Hi, this is Ike from Groovy Entertainment. Today we've got another record to play for you. Today, record Ivanhoe for 1978. So let's get started.
Ivanhoe, the bravest man, now returns from distant land to claim his land, to take her hand. Ivanhoe, the bravest man.
In old England, the great King Richard the Lionhearted was away fighting the Crusades in the Holy Land. The kingdom of England was filled with disturbances as evil men tried to gain the supreme power. They did not want peace to come. In olden times, all the people of the land looked forward to the great tournament. It was a time of festival and excitement. Men would come from all corners of the land to try to win. One night, two weary travelers, a knight and his squire, were lost in the forest. Try as they would, they could not find their way. The man was Sir Brian, the evil knight of the group known as the Templars. It seems as though we have been traveling for hours.
Now it seems that each road only takes us further and further into the forest. Oh, I'm afraid to say that we are lost.
Lost? How could a knight to the king be lost in a forest?
It does not matter who we are, knights or not. We are just simply taking the wrong turn. We cannot find our way out.
We shall continue on this path.
Are you certain that this is the right road?
No, but it is better than spending the night sitting on our horses wondering where we should go. Come on, follow me. So on and on they rode. The moon was rising higher and higher, and still there was no sighting of the castle that they looked for. It is hopeless, my friend.
If you ask me, Sir Brian, I would have said that we should have taken the other path, but as usual, no one asks my advice.
I am the knight, and you are my squire. Now come. A little further down the road, they saw a man walking. Do you think that he knows the way?
If you were to ask my advice, I would say stop and ask him.
That is a very good idea. They rode on until they came near the man. They stopped their horses and said to him, "My good man, do you know where the castle of Cedric the Saxon is?"
Stay on this path till you come to the sunken cross, and then take a left turn and stay on that path.
Why, thank you, my good fellow. So the travelers rode on. The old man waved goodbye and said to himself,
If they follow my directions, they will sooner get to the ocean.
On and on the two men rode. Well, where is this sunken cross? It should only be a little further.
What do you know of this Sir Cedric?
Well, he is a proud but fierce lad. He is greatly feared by the people.
I have heard that he has a beautiful ward.
That he does. The Lady Rowena. She is very beautiful. Too beautiful to be the ward of such an evil man.
I feel that you like her, even a lover.
I must be careful of how I look at her. It is said that the brave knight, Wilfred of Ivanhoe, who fights in the crusade with King Richard, also seeks her favor. But I may yet have a chance with her. Wilfred of Ivanhoe was exiled by his father, Sir Cedric, because he looked with love on his ward, the Lady Rowena. On into the night the travelers rode.
There is the sunken cross, just like the old man says.
I think he said, turn left when we reach it.
Oh, no, my lord, he said right.
Now I am not certain which direction we are to go.
Look over there, another traveler. Perhaps he will tell us.
A traveler, can you help us? The traveler was Ivanhoe, returned in the disguise of a pilgrim. What do you want? Which way is it to the castle of Cedric the Saxon? I am going there myself. If I had a horse, I would be happy to guide you, for I know the way. And as it so happened, the two travelers had an extra horse. You can be our guide, and you can ride with the extra horse. No, thank you. I would be pleased to be of some service. Why are you on this road, stranger? I am a pilgrim. I have just returned from the Holy Land. I have been away for many years. Are we very far from the castle, my friend? No, we shall be there in less than an hour. Well, then let us ride at a full gallop. They rode on, and true to his word, in less than an hour, the castle loomed up in front of them. There it is, the castle of Cedric. Three travelers were soon at the gates of the palace. They were greeted by Cedric, who was not happy to act the part of the host.
You are welcome, my lords. Come, we shall eat, and then you all may rest. We want to leave very early in the morning. Follow me.
They followed their host into a great banquet hall.
Sit here. The servants will give you food.
The servant entered and filled the table with good things to eat. After the dinner was finished, the door to the chamber opened, and into the room came the beautiful Lady Rowena.
And this is my ward, the Lady Rowena. Oh, her beauty is known over all the land.
It is my pleasure to meet you all. Are all of you entering the great tournament?
I shall. I do not know about the others. I have only one wish,
What is that?
that I have the chance to do battle with Ivanhoe.
The man who had guided them to the palace of Cedric turned and looked Sir Brian in the eyes and said,
I promise you, sir, that one day Ivanhoe will accept your talent.
At that moment, still another guest arrived.
My lord, Isaac, the merchant, looks for shelter for the night.
Never have I had so many guests in one night.
Shall I permit him to enter, sir?
I cannot turn him out. It is our rule. Let him enter. You let in a merchant? A merchant into our presence? I must, Sir Brian. My hospitality is not bound by likes or dislikes.
The merchant entered the chamber. The servants recoiled at the sight of him, for he was not of their beliefs, and his dress was strange to them.
I thank you for your hospitality. You will be taken to your room for the night, merchant. Sleep well.
With those words, the servant was told to take the merchant to the room next to the stable. Sir Cedric and Ivanhoe left. When they had left the room, Sir Brian the Templar called his servant to his side.
Do not allow the merchant to leave the palace. He has great wealth and riches. We will hold him ransom.
Little did the evil men know that hiding behind a wall was the man Ivanhoe. He made his way to the room next to the stable. He opened the door and went to the sleeping man.
Wake up, man! Wake up! What is it? You are in great danger. The evil Sir Brian, the Templar, plans to hold you for ransom. Why do you come to warn me? I do not like to see such wrong done to anyone. I want to help you escape. I will guide you along a secret path in the forest. Hurry, you must follow me. If you stay any longer, it will be too late. I am ready. I follow you.
They left the palace yard and walked through heavy underbrush. Soon they had left the palace behind them. When they were a safe distance, the old merchant stopped.
I thank you for saving me from those evil men. I will give you whatever you wish. Do you need armor and a horse for the coming tournament? I do need them. How did you know? I felt it. I also feel that you are a very brave knight. Who are you? I cannot tell you who I am, but I do need the horses and the armor. Here is my parchment. I shall write on it to my family. Give it to them, and they will give you everything that you will need for the tournament. I thank you. It is I who must thank you.
And Ivanhoe, still in disguise, for he was not ready to let anyone know of his return, left to claim the armor and horses that were promised to him. The great day of the tournament arrived. The spectators numbered in the hundreds. Among them was Sir Cedric and his ward Rowena. Even though Rowena loved the banished Ivanhoe, she had been promised to another man, who Cedric hoped would one day rule England. Isaac the merchant came, and with him was his daughter Rebecca. The excitement was building. At the flourish of the trumpets, the knights began their tournament. First came the jousting, and the evil Sir Brian of the Knights Templar and his band of Norman knights won the first match. On and on went the battle. Then, in the late afternoon, the trumpets blared, for a new knight entered the arena. He wore a suit of shining armor, and on his shield was emblazoned the sign of a disinherited knight.
Who is that knight? We do not know. It is a mystery.
Merchant Isaac leaned over to his daughter and said to her,
My daughter, I think this disinherited knight is the man who saved my life. My kinsman has given him a good horse and a shiny suit of armor.
What is his name, my father?
I do not know.
Look, he's riding to the tent of Sir Brian the Templar. He's hit the Templar's shield with the tip of his lance. What does it mean?
I do not believe it. It is a sign that he wants a fight to the death.
Sir Brian came from his tent and looked at the knight.
Are you to die. For I am a better fighter than you. I am not afraid. I am fitter to meet death than you are, proud Norman. Who are you? That I cannot say. Pick up your lance and prepare to fight. And look your last on this day, and you will soon be in paradise.
Two men took their places on the field of battle. Then, with the sound of trumpets, they rode towards each other. They met with the power of a thunderbolt.
Look how brave they are.
The young knight is truly a knight for Sir Brian.
Both knights returned to get new lances, and then took their places on the field. Once again, the trumpets sounded. The knights rode towards each other. With a mighty crash, they met each other. Sir Brian fell to the ground.
Look, Sir Brian is down. I cannot believe it. Never has this happened to me before.
Sir Brian was not finished. Maddened by his failure, he drew his sword.
I want to fight on. I am not afraid of you. You have disgraced me. Come and fight.
Just as Sir Brian came at Ivanhoe, a man rode up and said,
The battle is ended. The disinherited knight is the winner. He may now choose a queen of love and beauty for our day's festival.
a crown was placed on the end of the disinherited knight's lance. He rode around the field to great cheers. Everyone wondered who he would choose for his queen. He stopped before the Lady Rowena and said,
The crown is yours.
And suddenly the knight fell from his horse. When his helmet was removed, Rowena saw that it was...
Ivanhoe!
Why, look, it is your son, Sir Cedric.
Sir Cedric turned away and said,
I have no son.
Sir Cedric and his party left the arena. When they were gone, the merchant and his daughter came into the ring. Rebecca looked at Ivanhoe and said,
Father, we must take care of him. He is wounded.
This good youth must not die.
So Rebecca and her father placed the wounded Ivanhoe on a litter, and then covered it so that no one would know who was there. They began their journey to the merchant's house. Later that day, the evil Sir Brian met with his friend, Maurice de Bracy, a Norman noble. They were making plans that would affect all of England.
I have just returned. I heard that you lost the tournament to Cedric's son Ivanhoe, and that he made Rowena his queen.
I should have won. I long for the day that I can battle him to the end.
All I thought of the entire time that I was away was Rowena. She should be queen. I want her to be my wife. I will make her my queen.
Do not be a fool. Her guardian, Sir Cedric, would not hear of it.
I do not care. I will carry her off and make her my bride without her guardian's consent.
It is very brave of you to want to steal her. I will help you. We shall disguise ourselves as Saxons, our enemies. We will steal Rowena away and burn the castle of Sir Cedric. We will not then be blamed.
True to his words, Sir Brian and Maurice stole the beautiful Lady Rowena away. While they were returning to their palace, they came upon the old merchant and the wounded Ivanhoe. They took them captive. They put the Lady Rowena high in a tower, where she was kept as a prisoner.
Now, you had better listen to me. Sit down.
I have no choice since I'm your prisoner and you are my jailer. But I choose to remain standing.
Fair Rowena, it is not you that are captive. I am captive to your beauty.
I do not know you.
I am Maurice de Bracy. This I say to you, you will never leave my palace or this tower unless you are my wife.
You want me to marry you?
I do, for I am in love with you.
Oh, I would rather be a captive. I will never leave this tower.
You would rather stay imprisoned than marry me?
I could never love you.
I know that you love Ivanhoe, but you do not know that he is my prisoner in this castle.
Ivanhoe? Here?
Just then, a trumpet sounded. I must go. hear me. Do you want me to spare the life of Ivanhoe?
Oh, you must. I'll do anything you want.
Marry me. For if you do not, then he dies. Think about it, my lady.
Now, at the same time that Maurice was seeing Lady Rowena, in another part of the palace, the evil Sir Brian was making a call on the beautiful Rebecca, who had been taken captive with her father in Ivanhoe.
My lady, I have a gift for you.
I do not want anything from you.
These jewels are for you.
Set my father free. He is very old.
I am taken by your beauty. I cannot think of anything else since I have seen you.
How can you talk like this when you have imprisoned my father?
I do not want to think about him. Forget your father.
Leave me.
I want to marry you.
I would rather die.
Rebecca ran to an open window and stood out on the ledge with nothing between her and the depths below. The evil Sir Brian came towards her. She called out to him,
Come closer and I will throw myself into the courtyard far below.
Do not be so rash. I swear, I do not want to harm you.
I do not trust you, Knight of the Templar.
Give you my word. I will do you no harm, and I have never broken my word.
Rebecca came in off the ledge, but stood close to the window. The Templar heard the sound of trumpets.
Oh, I must leave you now, but I shall return. Farewell.
He opened the door, and then locked it behind him. Sir Brian met Maurice, and they ran down into the courtyard, where there was much confusion.
What has happened? What is wrong? Look, this letter was tied to an arrow and shot over the wall into the courtyard.
Let me see it. You have wrongfully seized certain persons and made them your prisoners. We demand that they be released, or we will storm your castle. Signed the Black Knight.
Oh, Black Knight. He could not do such a thing. There are over 200 men in the forest.
What can we do?
We can send for help.
No, I know a better way. I will send word that we will execute the prisoners.
But it was too late. The Black Knight and his men launched a surprise attack on the castle. It was a terrible fight, and they all fought bravely. There was the whizzing of arrows everywhere you turned. The castle was filled with the shouts of men. Leading the attack was the Black Knight. He was a powerful fighter, and he easily broke through the barriers. The invaders were soon climbing over the walls. The Black Knight split the door with his axe. Now they had only to cross the moat. But Maurice had destroyed the bridge that joined the main part of the castle to the courtyard.
You can never get to the main palace, Black Knight. I shall. Then build a raft, and then we will float over the moat. We are not afraid, for we fight for England.
When the raft was done, all the men started to row across. Arrows fell from them above. When the raft landed on the other side, the Black Knight wielded his axe and broke through the door. When Sir Brian saw the Black Knight, he drew his sword and called out,
All is not yet lost. I will fight the knight.
Sir Brian fought well, but he was not as powerful as the Black Knight. Sir Brian fell. The Black Knight put his knife to the Templar's throat.
Where is Ivanhoe? Ivanhoe is wounded and locked within the palace. Paul will die, for Maurice is going to burn the castle.
The Black Knight left the man and began his search of the room so that he could find Ivanhoe. The fire started by Maurice raged all around him. The palace was ablaze. Sir Brian ran to a secret passage that led to a room where Ivanhoe was. He opened the door, and there found the wounded Ivanhoe with Rebecca at his side.
Have you come to kill us now?
No, I am taking you away, Rebecca.
No, put me down.
Sir Brian left the room, carrying the weeping Rebecca. A few moments later, the Black Knight charged in and took Ivanhoe out of the palace. All were saved, just as the fire engulfed the castle. Ivanhoe was taken to the castle of Cedric the Saxon. The Black Knight entered the grand banquet hall and spoke.
I help you free Rowena. Now I ask a favor of you. First, let me tell you who I am. You have known me as the Black Knight. Know me now as Richard, King of England. This is the favor I ask. Forgive the good knight Wilfred of Ivanhoe.
From another room came the wounded knight. He walked to his father and bowed.
My father, grant me thy forgiveness.
The man looked at his son and said,
You have it, my son. You may marry the Lady of Rowena. Father, you have made me truly happy. But now I must have my revenge on Sir Brian. I shall challenge him.
When word was sent to Sir Brian the Templar, he said,
I accept. He shall die.
The two knights met on a field of battle. The trumpets sounded, and they charged. Ivanhoe's horse stumbled and fell.
This is your end, Ivanhoe. And then Sir Brian's horse also lost its balance and fell. Ivanhoe got up and called out as he placed his sword to the Templar's throat, "Yield or die!" But no word came from Sir Brian's mouth, for he had fallen on his sword and was dead. So Ivanhoe and Rowena married, and King Richard himself attended the wedding. The old merchant Isaac and his daughter Rebecca left England. Rebecca spent the rest of her life caring for the sick. While in England, peace ruled both the Normans and the Saxons for the first time in many years, all because of King Richard and his brave knights.
Ivanhoe, the bravest man, now returns from distant land to claim his love, to take her hand. Ivanhoe, the bravest man.
So, that was Ivanhoe for 1978. So if you like, subscribe, share, and comment, and have a groovy day with another video coming out real soon.